That then is the promise and the potential of WiMAX, and it's going to be reality. And before I do anything else, let me tell you, we've shown you speeds. Theoretically, that could be 70 Mbps. Yes, I'm not joking, 70 Mbps. And I have with me Manish Gupta, Vice President, Marketing and Alliance of Aperto Networks, one of the biggest players in the world. Let's find out what's really going to happen and when in India. Welcome, Manish. Great having you here, great having you on the show.
Thank you,
now,
good
Manish,
to be here.
Straight question, let's keep this totally towards the excitement of WiMAX. When does this roll out? When am I actually going to be on a WiMAX network?
The consumers will see the value and the benefit of WiMAX by using it by the end of January.
Oh, so you're saying we're days away, we're not months away from this, we're days away from this whole thing. Let's move to the most important part. WiMAX, especially for people within India, is the fact that you're eradicating the last mile, and the big romance of WiMAX is I can be moving anywhere and I will always be online. Is that a good description?
I think that's perfect. Access to information wherever you are is what's needed. India has a challenge where just over 3 million connectivity, broadband connections exist with a large population as it is. WiMAX is the promise and the premise that it will deliver broadband.
Is this going to be expensive? Because our problem with all future technologies, that pound of flesh that needs to be paid back by the customer, because infrastructure, I hear, is expensive for this.
That is not true. Infrastructure for WiMAX is not expensive in comparison to a 3G network, as an example. The cost of the base stations is substantially lower. The cost of the network that has to be put together is substantially lower for WiMAX. The devices we have talked about, if it is already built into a laptop, there is no device and a cost to the end user. A PCMCIA card will be at a similar cost as you expect today for Wi-Fi. A WiMAX modem is going to be in the same range that you've initially saw DSL when it got started, and eventually it'll come further down. So the economics of WiMAX are very powerful, and that's why places like India are going to benefit and will see a broad adoption. It's not a niche application.
Now tell me, the important thing, this seems interesting, but the important thing would be, and I know you're not really going to be providing this service, but the end user, even if the hardware cost is a little premium, we're okay with. What about the services? Are we going to end up paying 2 or 3 times what we pay today for broadband, or whatever we perceive to be broadband today? We're really not really getting true broadband, but perceived broadband. Am I going to pay a premium for this?
There is no reason why WiMAX-based services should be offered at a premium or would cost more to the end users. The level of service will determine what the price point is. So it is easy to understand and expect that a best effort service, which is a couple of kilobit, is available to the end user, similar to a DSL service at that price point. And you can scale that up to premium lease line type of services for the enterprise that are available at comparable prices.
So you're saying comparable. So for what we get today, if we're taking something similar, we may end up at the same price point, or approximately.
That's true. The price packages will be determined by the service providers, but we expect them to be comparable to what the consumers see today.
Excellent. Last question. How is this actually working? Is this like cellular operations? Am I going to have areas where I go to a city and I get a low quality signal? Am I going to lose it? Are there blackout areas? Will I drop a call? Will I drop WiMAX also? How is it working? Are there base stations, antennas? What's happening?
So the base stations and antennas are deployed either in towers similar to 3G technology, or they could be on rooftops of tall buildings. The users can be roaming using the handsets, laptops, or be stationary with their laptops or desktops at home or in the office. And that's how the technology works. The technology works at different levels, so you can have different speeds depending on how far you are from a particular tower or the base station. As you go away, the speeds might be same, but the signal quality will degrade.
So like in a Wi-Fi router, you're going to get signal quality low, signal quality excellent. You'll get the same. Exactly. So interesting way of describing it is this is a Wi-Fi router or a WiMAX router, which is not restricted to your office, but to your city or maybe to your country, even when you're WiMAX all over the country. Is that?
So this is Wi-Fi outside your home, anywhere you want it. It can be in the home, but outside to your home, to your office, with better quality and much better coverage.
I wish you the best of luck, and I'm glad that you and companies like you are here, because I think we are really ready for WiMAX.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.